Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Master Grade Gundam Age 1 Normal. Now as I mentioned on my other Gundam log videos, I started on the Gundam Age Marathon, and as a start I want to start with the Gundam Age 1. I finished building this last night, and I am really impressed on these overall and everything basically, because I thought all the Master Grades from Gundam Age would be the same size as the kits from the Master Grade Wing kits, but no, this is like the average size of a Universal Century Master Grade. So that's one thing I'm really impressed, and the other one is how the kit has digested very well the color scheme of the original RX-78. I mean, sure, it has the traditional white, blue, red, yellow, but it used it pretty well. So, onto the components. First of all, you get the Gundam Age 1 kit as well. And you get one nice looking shield. I'm actually really like the design of the shield. You get one beam rifle, or they call it the Dots rifle in the anime. You get two types of beam sabers. Now, number one, you get two of these long beam sabers, and the other two are these short dagger versions. And the two beam saber handles are on the side skirt as well. And besides that, you get a how should I say this? You get a multiple types of fingers. Basically, this is not your usual open style or articulated hands. These are your Gundam Seed type hands, where you need to change out the fingers to do different poses. So you get two open ones, two hands for the beam sabers, which I'm currently using, two for the fist, and two for trigger fingers. Now, it's not really common to see trigger hands for the left hand, but oh well. You get some extra decals, even including some dry transfers, but I don't plan on using the dry transfers on this kit because I have some other plans on high grade. So I'm going to save these for some other high grade kits I'm planning on. You get a small figurine of Flint as well. I hope I got the name correct. You get a connector for an action base, which just plugs in on the bottom of the kit. And you get some stickers, which kind of make sense. Some of them make sense, some of them don't. I will start with the stickers right away. First of all, you get two of these black stickers that goes onto the knee. Basically, these are supposed to be, if you finish building this kit, these are like gray, but in the anime these are black, so they make you put stickers on, but at the same time there's a separate piece that you actually put on the knee, and I don't know why they made you use a sticker. They could have just colored that gray piece into black and it would be okay, but oh well. That's it. You get some double-sided silver stickers. Basically, on the other side, the sticky part is also in silver. Now, the main reason for that is, for example, for the age mark on the chest or cockpit, they make you put the sticker behind the piece, so it has more of a shining, glowing effect. Now, supposedly this is supposed to work on the eyes and the forehead. However, the way how they do it is they give you a clear green piece like the chest, but they make you put stickers on top of it and then put the silver stickers behind it. I have no idea why. So I'm assuming if you're going to use just these, you need to color the other parts in front. But for me, I'm not much of a color person, so I just use all the stickers I can, and so it doesn't really make a difference. The only difference that it makes are on the chest. Sorry about that, I got cut off. Yeah, as I mentioned, the only difference or effect that has on is on the chest for mine, the age symbol. Alright, so that's it for stickers. The last stickers you can see are the camera stickers. I only use one for the head that goes on the back of it. The rest of these three are for the beam rifle, lens or scope. However, they also come in clear green pieces, and they make you put the stickers on top of it. I wanted to keep the clear green piece on it, so I didn't use the stickers, just to let you guys know. And finally, I wish I would have known this earlier, but while building, I found this small piece on the plate. Uh, Basically, there's an H symbol behind, but this is not how you put it. This is for the H flat. Basically, the Gundam Age 1 without the H system. This was mostly seen in Gundam Age 2nd generation and 3rd generation. Of course, I would have loved if I would have used this if they gave you the pieces for, instead of like the green on the eyes and the head, if they give you a like yellow sticker for them, I would have actually used this. But since they didn't, I didn't use it. I wish they would have made some sort of a like conversion kit or extra parts or a P Bandai kit to make the Gundam Age 1 flat. I know there's a premium Bandai version of this kit which is similar to Age 1 flat, but has a more bluish light color overall, because that was it's not the Age 1 flat, but it's basically the Age 1 Unit 2, which was basically piloted by someone else. However, sadly I was not able to get that, so that's why I got this one. Alright, we've seen all the components. Now let's get on to the review. Okay, first of all, let's see the head. Now, as I mentioned, I'm sorry I'm not able to show you guys the inner frame because I'm not really capable of doing it, and I'm not sure where to start because I have no idea where to start. Okay, the head is very basic. It's my first time actually seeing a joint on the neck. It's not a polycap, your usual polycap, but it's an actual separate piece that you need to build. It can go down. Wait, let me just adjust the camera. Yes. It can go down, up, and 360 is no problem at all. And I do like the fact that instead of having a V fin, it's actually like the fins are attached to the sort of the head. So I'm really digging that design. Maybe it's because of the G Reconquista G self design. First, the front part. The cockpit can be opened and it can actually slide out a little bit, and you can see Flint's Asno. But well, on the instruction manual, it tells you that you can put the small figurine on top of it on here. A pretty neat effect, but I don't really care about these small figurines. So yeah, and it's really while you're building the cockpit, it is kind of complicated, or it's really strange because as you can see, there's this small thing that popped out. That's like a screen, and when you push it back in, it goes down again, and I really don't know how that works. So some parts while you're building this doesn't really make much sense, but they do in any way. The body is on a ball joint connected to the hip, and it can go a little bit front, back, and 360 is no problem at all. The arms, now the way how you connect the arms is pretty unique. Basically, because if you've seen the Gundam Age anime, you would understand how the Age worked when it uses other like Titus or Spallo. One thing to mention, I am aware that there is a Master Grade Age 1 Spallo and Age 1 Titus. I don't intend to get those because they're basically same kit or same body with different arms and legs. I don't intend to get those, so just letting you guys know. The arms, the way how your usual master grade connection would be either a ball joint or just a peg and then connecting to the arm inside. However, instead of using that, basically instead of like a vertical like this, it's actually you have to go in horizontal. Basically there's a peg, a 90-degree peg here, so one goes down and the other one goes on the side. So that's a pretty unique connection, and due to that, you can pull up pretty much a lot of poses actually. Basically you can go up a little bit like that, a little bit down, a little bit back and forward. One thing that kind of bugs me in terms of while building this was the shoulders. Basically they're kind of locked into place, but if you do with a little bit strength, you can technically pull those off. You can pull these shoulders off. I don't intend to show that because I don't want to stress the plastic, but as you can see, the shoulder is a little bit on the wobbly side for me. This is just a personal thing, so don't take it too seriously. the arms. Basically, this has everything that you would expect from a master grade. It has double joints on the arms. Come on, and overall, as a master grade, this is kind of, it could be like the usual, but for me, mine is really stiff in all aspects, so that's another great plus. It can go 90, or it has a double joint, and 360 is technically possible if you can control it, because of these back spoiler wing binder things do kind of block the way in terms of spinning, but if you can manage to do it, it is technically possible. And one thing I really like about this arm is that, now basically on the back of the arm there's a small hole for like putting on shields and beam rifles. What you can do is that you can spin this section separately. I'll zoom in. You can spin this section separately, and you can twist the arm, and you can connect the shield right away to the arm, and you can still bend and forward, and that is a very good design, and I really like the mechanics in there. I wish I could see more kits do these in the future. Okay, I'm gonna take off the shield. The shield is pretty simple. Just snap two pieces and snap a few pieces on, and with an additional peg here, and you're good to go. Okay, we've seen the arms. Just for the back design, it's a really interesting back design. I mean, I really like the overall bulkiness of the body, and I see some people who don't like this spoiler design, but considering that if you've been listening carefully in the anime, not the Shadow custom, but the normal Shadows were actually not mobile suits for combat, they were for racing purposes. So considering that they are racing mobile suits, I guess this kind of makes sense in a way. Alright, for the hips and legs, as I mentioned, the beam sabers are here. They're kind of tricky to pull out, so for me, I always prepare a needle so you can pull out a small section of it, and then you can pull it out. I'm just gonna show one beam saber for each effect, so I'm not gonna show you guys radical poses. For the hips, nothing too special. I mean, it is a kind of a complicated build because there's so many stuff like being connected to each other, but it's not a big problem. So moving him, no problem at all. For the front skirt, I don't really have much problem, but the back skirt, this section here, or this section, the yellow and white tries to separate a little bit time to time, but it's not a big deal. For the legs, as I mentioned, anything you expect from a master grade is here. It can go front 90 degrees, and it has a double joint as well. And this kit has no balance issues because number one, it's stiff. And number two, it has great balance on the feet and legs and articulation. Basically, there's a ball joint on the ankle, basically connecting to the leg and the feet. There's like a middle section ball joints area, so no problem at all. Okay, I think I've shown you the basic articulations. Now let's get on to the weapons. As I mentioned, I showed you the shield, so that's it. Beam saber. So the way how you connect the weapons onto this kit is kind of tricky for me, because as I mentioned, these are the seed hands. So what you do is get the hand, if possible you can slide it in, but sometimes it doesn't work that way, but I will try to force it through. Nope, it's not working. So what you're supposed to do is take off the hand and then just slide the beam saber like that, and then reattach it, and you're good to go. The handle kind of looks shorter than the anime, but I thought they would look a little bit longer, but maybe it's just me. As I mentioned, you have two effects. Number one is the first dagger mode. I think this was shown in the first few episodes. And you have the dagger, and they are a really strong connection. I really like the dagger concept, but I'm not sure what kind of pose to do with this. I mean, in the games, this was used very well in games, but in terms of the master grade, I'm not really sure about that. One thing to mention, the legs, on the, how should I say, the waist, the connection between the legs and the waist, there's a swivel system, so you can change the position or location of the main connecting point, so you can make it look a little bit taller or a bit shorter as well. Okay, so that's the short version. And I said the connection, oh boy. The connection is very strong. I am having a little bit trouble. Oh boy. I'm having trouble taking them off. And the long one. They are the straight designs, so just letting you guys know. Okay, I'm gonna slide it in. Long beam saber. Your usual long length beam saber. One thing that's kind of interesting for me is the beam rifle, the way how they connect it. Now, the connect for me, this is kind of tricky for me, but I hope it's just me that's not used to this kind of hands. Basically, you get the trigger finger for the right hand, at this case, and then on the handle there is a, like, how should I say, there's a hollow section here and there's a peg on the hand. You just connect it onto the right position, usually the main top, so the trigger finger is actually hitting the trigger, and what you do is reconnect it to the hand. Okay, oh boy, it's getting hot in my room. Also, the thumb is only the thumb is individually articulated like this. I see some people hate it, some people like it. For me, and I don't really mind. Now you connect the hand and you reconnect to the arm, but that's not only it. Basically, after you connect the, wait a minute. After you connect it, there's a small peg here, and there's another hole on the arm. You just need to connect those two as well. And the handle is also on a like a joint system, so you can move the handle's position. And there you go. You have the Dots rifle attached to the Gundam Age 1. Also, there is like some movement you can twist to make it to do the accurate shot mode, and you can take off the handle to do the double holding pose. I tried doing it. It's not, I don't know, it's kind of awkward for me, so that's it. And another thing that I can show you guys is, oh boy, is that on the Dots rifle there is this small peg on the side. You can open this section up. Come on, camera focus please. Okay, there's a small peg out, and then what you can do is just connect it to the back of the kit. There's a small hole and you can connect it. There you go, with the hand. Alright, so that's it. Basically, the Gundam Age 1 is a very basic master grade. It has every articulation that you would expect from a usual master grade, and size wise as well. It has the basic shield, basic beam rifle, and 2 beam sabers with 2 different kind of effects. So this was the review of the master grade Age 1 normal. Sorry for not being like too specific or like showing more detail, but currently I'm not really feeling that well at the moment. I'm kind of feeling sick, and this is the best I can do for now. Anyway, thank you for watching my review. This was a very basic master grade for me, but with great design and great articulations and well balanced. You won't be disappointed on buying this kit. There are some parts where it's easy to customize as well, as a personal opinion. So I would recommend this for anybody, beginners or experts or whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. Hope this video was informative. If you like my videos, give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. So until then, see you guys next time.